home loan interest rates.
Okay, well, let's also focus on the important aspect of service tax. Now, for all our investors and for all our viewers who have not been able to catch up on this issue, service tax at the rate of 12% will now be applicable on 25% of the total value of the residential unit, effectively 3% on properties that meet these conditions. If a housing unit is more than 2,000 square feet carpet area or costs over 1 crore, then tax will be levied on 30% of the total value, according to a recent CBEC notification, clearly making prices slightly more unaffordable as far as this particular segment is concerned. Talking about the luxury segment, Amit, Kukreja, what's your take on this? How adverse is this notification which has come in from the CBEC?
See, we have to understand two important qualifying criteria before we consider the service tax calculation, especially the increase in the service tax calculation. One is the carpet area, which has been notified that anything less than 2,000 square feet and the value of the total price value of the unit less than 1 crore qualifies for 25% abatement, which translates to 3% service tax. Anything which is more than 2,000 square feet or more than 1 crore rupees in the valuation, it's a either condition. If it meets either of them, then the service tax will be at 3.6%, which is coming out because the abatement goes down to 70%. So for the investor driven micro markets, it will not impact the transaction there, because investors are going to offload these units 2-3 years down the line and they'll earn premium on that. But for the end user market, it depends. If the budget is around 1 crore, I'm sure people are going to wait and watch and wait for the valuations to come down so that they can avoid this service tax increment of 0.6%. If it's about carpet area only and not about price, then obviously there is going to be issue about carpet area, because carpet area has never been documented in the real estate transactions with the builder. The builder has always been enforcing super area in all the documentation. So there's going to be pushback from the buyers. And there's going to be chase from the buyers to the builders. Why has this been calculated at 2,000 or more square feet area? So it's going to be, tricky, and it completely depends what micro market you're focused on. For investor micro market, it's not going to impact much, but for the end user micro market, it depends whether it's a 2,000 square feet property or it's a 1 crore or more or lesser valuation of the property.
But do you think this is open to manipulation? I mean, okay, let's not keep it to 2,000 square feet, let's keep it to 1,998 square feet carpet area. As you mentioned, the definition of carpet area is not really clear as of now, and then don't price it at 1 crore, price it at 98 crores. So do you think 98 lakhs, do you think this kind of a norm or this kind of notification is very, very open to manipulation?
It is. It certainly is. So there are two sides of it. One, on the construction community side, which is the builder community side, they may try to circumvent the issue, but we have to remember the fact that the price includes basic, PLC, EDC, IDC, power backup installation and firefighting equipment installation. The only exclusion is the car parking. Okay, so it is subject to interpretation and people might misinterpret it differently. But on the buyer side, we may have a situation where the first buyer has bought an under construction property for 90 lakhs and the second buyer is buying it for 1 crore 5 lakhs, which is above 1 crore. He still will not have to pay 3.6%. He will still pay 3.0% because original allotment is at the initial price. So many buyers may choose to pick up a property from the second hand market or secondary market as opposed to buying a new unit from the builder which has a higher price component, which might be at 1 crore or more. So yes, it's quite possible that people will try to circumvent issue on both sides.
Okay, all right, fair enough, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us on this insightful discussion, both on the interest rate side as well as on the service tax element, which perhaps may make life a little difficult for genuine buyers as far as most micro markets are concerned. Thank you so much, as always, for joining. Pratik